Hey there! Today, we're going to dive deep into some key terms and processes in the field of steel manufacturing, all presented in a business English context. Let's start with hot-rolled plates. Hot-rolled plates are an important product in the steel industry. These plates are formed through a hot rolling process, which gives them certain characteristics such as good ductility and relatively low cost. They are widely used in various industries, including construction, machinery, manufacturing, and shipbuilding. Next up, we have the plate decoiling flattening shearing machine. This machine plays a crucial role in the steel processing line. Its main functions are to unroll the coiled steel plates, flatten them, and then cut them into the desired sizes. For instance, in the case of thin plates, the plate decoiling flattening shearing machine for thin plates is specifically designed to handle thinner materials with precision. Now, let's talk about hot rolling cogging. Hot rolling cogging is the initial stage in the production of steel products. It involves the deformation of the steel billet through hot rolling to achieve the desired shape and size. For shape, metal, the process of hot rolling cogging is even more complex. There is a need for a detailed analysis of the metal deformation during this process. The deformation analysis of the hot rolling cogging process of shaped metal helps manufacturers understand how the metal behaves under high temperature and high pressure conditions. This knowledge is essential for improving the quality of the final product and optimizing the production process. Another important aspect in the steel manufacturing process is hot rolling crack. Hot rolling crack is a common defect that can occur during the hot rolling process. For example, in the production of HPB 591 rods, an online test was conducted to examine the influence of the horizontal continuous casting process on hot rolling crack. 3 casting factors were considered: casting speed, pressure, and temperature of the cooling water. The results showed that the casting speed has a significant impact on hot rolling crack. A casting speed of 410 millimeters per minute was found to be more effective in reducing the occurrence of hot rolling cracks. Now, let's take a closer look at the process of opening and flattening the steel plates. As described in the reference information, the process starts with the unrolling of the metal coil, the 放件机 in English. It's the uncoiler rotates to move the material head to the 2 o'clock direction. Then, the pressure arm presses down on the surface of the metal coil to cut the coil material and lock the belt. After that, the material head goes through the receiving mechanism and the material head bending device to be bent and then enters the 2-roll pulling machine. The waste material at the front end of the material belt is evenly cut by the material head shear and slides into the waste material frame. Once the material belt enters the 6-axis leveling machine, it goes through a process of first bending and then leveling. This process helps to release the internal stress of the material, achieving the perfect leveling requirement. At the discharge end of the leveling machine, there is a counter-rolling pulling mechanism, which increases the friction of the material and prevents surface defects caused by slipping the material belt, then passes through a transition platform. When the transition platform rises to the horizontal position, the material belt moves onto it and then enters the leveling and feeding machine. After that, the transition platform descends to its initial position, causing the material belt to form a U-shaped arc. The operation of the leveling machine is controlled by the bottom ultrasonic device to synchronize the feeding with the leveling and feeding machine. The main machine of the leveling and feeding machine has a secondary leveling function, which can more effectively solve the deformation problem that occurs after the material belt sinks. Finally, the feeding machine and the conveyor belt of the laser machine use a control system to ensure that the material belt and the laser cutting head run synchronously at a uniform speed. In conclusion, understanding these terms and processes in business, English is essential for anyone involved in the steel manufacturing industry. Whether you're a manufacturer, a trader, or an engineer, having a good grasp of these concepts can help you communicate more effectively and make better informed decisions. In the global market,